Okay, I want to get another year or two out of this shed, and honestly it would make it just the way it is, but there's a couple of things I could do to it to really improve the looks. I just want to put a border around it to get rid of all, cover up the rot. Then we'll paint it, and I think it'll make a world of difference. We're gonna find out. Just a reminder, this is not how to rebuild a shed. This is how to basically cover up its flaws. If you want to rebuild a thing, it would be just rip all the siding off and reskin it. Because honestly, the frame on this one's still pretty good. But I don't really want to spend the time doing that, so. How far down do I want to go? About right there. I mean, I could use a level, but I don't even think the damn shed's level, so it's more of, looks right, and that looks about right. So now if you just picture this, paint it, it's gonna look a lot better. So let me spend some time figuring out how I want to attach this thing, and then we'll come back. Down the nails, right here. That's where the stud is. So I'm in the bottom runner and three spots down here. Then I just put one in the stud. And that's about it, because there's nothing else to nail to. You got this bottom thing, you got studs, the rest of it is this crap, which is damn near falling off to begin with. So we're going for aesthetics here. And it did suck the panel back up, so let me go cut one to fit here and we'll put that on. It's so rotted, there's nothing to screw into. You got to just poke around and find something to hit. But visually, just having clean lines really will change the look of something. So let me do the other side, then we'll take another look at it. Okay, we've gone from shoddy craftsmanship to full-on shantytown stuff here. Go. Yeah, we're trying to get back to all this good wood. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna go cut this about right there. Be right back. All right there. There is a little bit of good wood on the back side of this. I mean, not a bunch, but there is some. All right. All we're trying to do is give us something to screw into to hold this thing over. So let me go get a drill. Let's see if we can get this thing propped up. All right. Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna drill that out bigger so that thing goes down there. I just went and bent that in the vise, but that's where we're at right now. Gotta put that shingle back on. I know it looks ghetto. I mean, understand I measured with using a nail and scratching on the board, and that was my saw. Could have done a little bit, well, could have done a lot better actually, but this is like shantytown construction. The thing is, once I paint it, I think you'll be surprised. I hope you'll be surprised on how it looks. I felt. Down in that corner, I put a piece of wood under there and screwed it in that way, and then screwed it in that way so I could pull that corner together. And I left the top of the fence picket on there. I just thought it looked cool, like a little detail. But that's to hide the gap, because those doors were, the whole bottom of the shed is splayed out. I beat this one back in and this one as much as I could, but the walls are like going like that. So, but I'll come back when I want to paint it and see what it turns out looking like. So some of the stuff I want to show you I've done on this shed. The other one's down there, but same song, different verse. So I put a patch here, but since there's nothing behind this, it's all rotted. What you can do is cut a 2x4 and stick it right here. And so I screw this into a 2x4 that's just floating, just like a little square. And then that way I have something down here to screw into to pull this together, because it's only fastened up here. There's nothing here. And so this was like flopped out like that. So just to close that gap. Same thing. Over here, this gap closed up by itself, but I may put something in there to... But you can see the level of... There's just nothing left. So I'm just kind of putting stuff in and sandwiching boards between it. But it's gonna look okay, honestly. It looks way better than it did. I've got a picture I'll put up, but all right, I'm gonna get back to it. And you can see I got it pretty runny. And that's what this gun likes. I'm gonna paint this first before we get to that shed, but I weed eated around this. And if you look on a video, I have a video where I rebuilt this entire thing. There's a well pump and an irrigation pump and all kind of plumbing stuff inside that box. And it had rotted and fallen apart, and so I rebuilt that and had no clue what I was doing, but it turned out all right. Did that on the cheap too, if you're looking for cheap construction. And some tape around the edge like that. For that shed down there, I don't want to paint that green, but I found some paint for that house, which is kind of be good enough for that one. So we can go ahead and do this green, and I'll end up buying another gallon, but I always keep a gallon of this stuff on hand because I got that painted green. I got some stuff over there painted green, so this is kind of like my fleet color. So anyway, turn it green. Okay, this way. Yeah, it looks a lot better, don't it? It's still kind of ghetto, but it's kind of like the nicer part of Shantytown. You know what I mean? could just leave it like that, little two-tone action. Or I could just paint that side. Nobody sees the other side. Wonder if I get enough paint to do that. She never comes down this far. All right. I'll finish this off and then bring y'all back to show you what it looks like. Here's this one. Only problem I've got with my repair is my little foot thing won't fit under the door anymore, so I'll have to make another one or just not use one. But it turned out really good. I might paint the trim, probably not. I just really quickly masked off the windows, sprayed it. The stuff that you come in contact with the most, it's been painted and looks way better than it did. Like I said at the beginning, this is not how to repair one of these things, rebuild it, restore it. This is a take something that's rotted and needs to be thrown away and make it look, not function, but make it look better and make it to where it looks okay and you can get another, visually, another 1 or 2 years out of it. Okay, now that I finished, we can come take a look at this. This is one of the two that I did. And you can see I replaced the trim along the bottom. I don't know if I have a picture of this one or not, but it was all rotted and jaggedy. Now I was running out of paint, so I had this color matched, and so what I did is I painted this bottom strip that was a different color, and then I just feathered it up, and you really can't tell that it's not all new paint. So Home Depot did a good job matching the color. If you look over here, now I did paint this side is all new, because this is kind of what, when you walk back here, this is kind of what you see. I was trying to make it, this is all about visuals. And then this is all new, all painted. That's what it looks like until you open the door. And then you can see how rotted it is. So, something else to look for if you're buying a property with a shed on it. Go ahead and check it out, because the places where it's going to rot, it's all around the perimeter. The water comes down and it sits, and this is where they always rot, unless there's a roof leak. But for the most part, right here, all the way around the entire building. I got rid of that little raggedy shed. I put some grass seed there. Put a little flower bed there. Y'all might have seen those in the pictures if I've posted a picture of what this looked like before. And then when you come down here, there's that one. Ooh, squirrels. And it just looks a lot better. So that'll be like that for about a year and a half until we figure out what we're going to put here, or what we're going to do storage wise. But if you're looking for a way to spend just a little bit of money to really clean the look up, to buy some time, or for whatever reason, I think this is a really good way to do it. And conversely, if you're looking at property or looking at a house or something, and you see a shed, go look, because you know what I did to make this look like this. Some unscrupulous seller could do the same thing. So, hope that helped you. See ya.